Cabin. We had a cabin on the top deck. Cabinet. The dishes are inside the kitchen cabinet. Cable. Please, use Ethernet cables, whenever you can. Cake. I love chocolate cakes. Calculate. I will just calculate the total. Call. Call the police. Camera. I never had professional cameras. Camp. We set up camp near a stream. Campaign. An election campaign. Campus. I think it's safe to say that I found America's most beautiful university campus in the heart of the Midwest. I can do it. Canadian. Cancer. Candidate. Cap. Capability. Both players have the capability to win this game. Capable. I know she is capable of good work. Capacity. Capital. Captain. Capture. Car. Carbon. Card. Care. Carter. A successful career in marketing. Careful. Be careful, Evan, that knife is sharp. Carefully. She carefully lifted the baby. Carrier. A freight carrier can be expensive. There are an estimated 1.5 million HIV carriers in the country. Carry. Thanks for carrying my bags. Is the ice thick enough to carry my weight? Case. A pencil case. We usually ask for references, but in your case it will not be necessary. Cash. I'm paying US $50 in cash. Cast. The play has a cast of 20 actors. The witch cast a spell on him. Cat. Catch. Try to catch the ball. I think I caught a cold from her. I caught the last train home. Category. Our athletes fall into two main categories. Catholic. Cause. They still don't know the cause of the accident. What caused the fire? There is no cause for alarm. Ceiling. Michelangelo agreed to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel for Pope Julius. Celebrate. Celebration. Celebrity. Cell. Mr. Paul Jones, as a prisoner you will spend a significant amount of time being locked in your cell. The most common brain cells are neurons and non-neuron cells called glia. The average adult human brain contains approximately 100 billion neurons. Center. Central. Century. CEO. Ceremony. Certain. I am certain that you're doing the right thing. The museum is only open at certain times of the day. Certainly. Do you regret what you said? No, certainly not. Could you pass the salt, please? Oh yeah, certainly. Chain. She wore a gold chain around her neck. A chain of hotels. I chained my bike to a lamppost. My arrival set off a surprising chain of events. Chair. Chairman. A chairman is an executive elected by a company's board of directors who is responsible for presiding over board or committee meetings. Challenge. Chamber. Meetings of the council are held in the council chamber. A torture chamber. Champion. Championship. Chance. There's a chance that she'll still be there. She has a small chance of passing the exam. I saw her by chance. Change. She's changed a lot in the last few years. That book changed my life. Is there somewhere I can get changed? I tried to explain, but she just changed the subject. Changing. I'm not changing my mind. The restroom and changing room for the female staff was very dirty. Channel. Chapter. Character. Characteristic. Characterize. In her essay, she characterizes the whole Victorian era. Charge. You are in charge today. How much do you charge for delivery? He has been charged with murder. The dog charged at the boy. Charity. Chart. A sales chart. It's number 1 in the charts. Chase. The dog was chasing a rabbit. I'm gonna chase you. Cheap. It's only a cheap ring, but it has great sentimental value for me. Food is usually cheaper in supermarkets. Check. Cheek. A tear rolled down his cheek. Cheese. Would you like a slice of cheese with your bread? Chef. That was an excellent meal. My compliments to the chef. Chemical. The chemical between us. Chest. Chicken. Chief. Cars are the chief reason for the city's pollution levels. The chief problem we have to deal right now is the lack of communication. Child. Don't be so silly, you're acting like a child. As a child I didn't eat vegetables. Childhood. I spent my entire childhood in a house near beach, good times. Chinese. Chip. I'll have fried chicken and chips. She chipped her tooth when she fell off her bike. She's always had a real chip on her shoulder because she didn't go to university. Chocolate. I love chocolate. Choice. If I had a choice, I'd stop eating this delicious cake, hahaha. Cholesterol. Choose. There were lots of games to choose from. Have you chosen a name for the cat? Christian. Christmas. Church. Cigarette. A brief break for a cigarette. Circle. We all sat on the floor in a circle. Circumstances. They were victims of circumstances. Cite. He has been cited as the correspondent. Citizen. The citizens of Berlin. City. Civil. Helicopters are mainly used for military rather than civil use. They can't even have a civil conversation. Civilian. The council plans to hold a briefing on the protection of civilians during armed conflicts. Claim. She claimed that the dog attacked her. She claimed $300 in travel expenses. Class. We were in the same class at university. My first class starts at 8 a.m. Classic. Classroom. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Clean. The dishes are clean? You can't let it piles up, please. Do you know how to clean a fish? I spent the morning cleaning the house. Clear. Is that clear enough for you? It was clear that she didn't like me. I just need an empty road and a clear sky this morning, nothing else matters. Clearly. Sorry, I'd had 2 hours sleep and wasn't thinking clearly. He spoke very clearly. He's clearly not interested. Client. The client is waiting. Climate. The Earth's climate is always changing. Climb. Climb the stairs to better health. I climbed the stairs slowly. Sometimes I feel like I'm climbing a mountain. Clinic. Call your doctor today to schedule a testing appointment at your designated hospital or clinic. Clinical. A clinical trial is a research study that tests how well new medical techniques work in people. She seems to have a very clinical attitude towards her children. Clock. It's 10 o'clock. Close. Jane, close the door, please. The supermarket closes at 8 p.m. Her house is close to the supermarket. We are close friends. Closely. In order to do so, you have to look very closely. I was thinking and looking closely along the shore. Closer. Come closer and see. I'm getting closer. Close. Okay, I have only to change my clothes, and I'm ready, in a short. Put your clothes back on and let's go. Clothing. A sheep in wolf's clothing. Cloud. A huge cloud of smoke spread across the sky. Club. Clue. Give me a clue, please. Police are searching for clues to the murder. I haven't a clue what you're talking about. Cluster. A cluster of galaxies. People was clustered around the screen to read the results. Coach. Coal. As black as coal. Coalition. A coalition government. Coast. They live on the east coast of Scotland. Coat. My winter coat. A coat of paint. Stir the rice until it is coated with butter. Code. It was written in code. Binary code. Coffee. Do you want a cup of coffee? Cognitive. Some of her cognitive functions have been impaired. Cold. I'm a cold person. Love is colder than death. Collapse. The roof collapsed under the weight of the snow. She collapsed and died of a heart attack. The collapse of a building during the earthquake was terrible. Colleague. My new colleague is lovely. Collect. She collects dolls. The police collected a lot of information during the investigation. I'm collecting money. Dust had collected on top of the refrigerator. She collects Anna from school at 3 p.m. Collection. My game collection was bigger in the last year. Collective. Needs a collective effort. College. He is at college. El Estano Colegio. Colonial. Various parts of Africa have suffered under colonial rule. Color. Column. I didn't have time to read the whole article, just the first column. Combination. Perfect combination. Combine. Combine the honey and the peanut butter. Come. Come on. Come together. Comedy. The movie is described as a romantic comedy. Comfort. Now we can watch our favorite movies in the comfort of our sitting room. We comforted Marion after her dog died. Comfortable. Make yourself comfortable while I get you a drink. Command. John was in command last night. The officer commanded his men to shoot. Commander. Commander, an officer who is in charge of a military operation, or an officer of middle rank in the Navy. Comment. My grandmother always comments on what I'm wearing. Commercial. I don't like commercial music. The cafe closed down because it was no longer commercial. Commission. Is he paid a regular wage or is it by commission only? The government has established a commission to investigate the problem of inner-city violence. Commit. He went to prison for a crime he didn't commit. I said I might be interested but I haven't committed myself yet. Commitment. We must make a commitment to daily training. Commite.